World Cup coming up. England obviously look fantastic now. Semi-finalists in the World Cup before, Euros finalist. Your position, though, right back, blessed with right backs. It's actually crazy. Yeah. So blessed, we've got players like Tariq Lamptey switching nationalities now because there's no chance of him getting into the England squad. What do you do there? Kyle Walker, for me, is number one. But then you've got Reece James, who reminds me of you a lot. And then you've got Trent. What does he do there, do you think? Do you think he tries to find different positions for a Trent? Like, the idea of Trent not going to World Cup's crazy, but I can see how he don't go.
I think the number one has to be Reece James.
Reece James, fantastic, isn't he? Do you see similarities in your game with Reece?
Yeah, I guess you do, in terms of how he looks as well.
Physical, yeah.
But again, they're all good at different things. I just think Reece is the best one overall across, defending and, on the ball, attacking. Obviously, Walker's got the pace. Yeah. But Trent's got a delivery that can win you a free kick last minute of the game. I think with Reece and Trent, depending on who we're playing, you can switch it up. Yeah. The players won't like that because you want to play every game. Yeah. But if I'm the manager, I'll be thinking, well, it's a good asset to have, and at the end of the day, if you win the game, then no one can argue.
How do you think England do in this World Cup?
I think they do well.
Really?
Yeah, I think they will do well. I think the major advantage will be they haven't come off the back of that massive season.
Yes.
And they've still been competing in the other previous tournaments after a long season. So I think they might have a little bit more gas in their legs. They're
do you
still
not worry about them
age.
Defensively? Like, I look at the teams that you played with defensively, and he's sharp shop.
Yeah, well, talking to JT and Rio, they just walk straight into this team, don't they?
Oh, easy. Even the ones that are not your Carragher's, your Ledleys, Jonathan Woodgates. Yeah. Everyone walks straight into this team. So are you not concerned when you look at the centre backs? And this isn't to discredit them. Yeah. But they're not those guys. You look at Stones, Maguire, maybe, I don't know, Gahey, Tomori, Cody. The depth's not there, is it there?
No, it's not. And that is probably our weak area at the moment. But they're pretty much the same players that went quite deep in the other tournament. So I guess as long as we have the ball, which is hard to do against the other top teams in the World Cup, of course, but if you have the ball, then you can't concede. So, and I think Gareth's got that quite well. But as you've seen in the games we've lost, when they're up against it, we lose. Yeah. Harry
Kane looks like he's going to break England's all-time goal-scoring record. You played with Rooney, who I thought was a genius, especially young Rooney. Who you taking peak for peak?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Glenn, this is the zone. We put you on the fence with these questions. You thought he was coming here for an easy day out.
Exactly, yeah. It's difficult because they're different. Like, I think I'd probably say Rooney was a better overall player.
Yeah.
But Kane, and he would do what the team needs to do. Kane's a fantastic striker and goal scorer, and that's great. That's what we need. But I think Rooney would, if he dropped in midfield, if he needed to, he would. If he needed to go out on the left, he would. If he needed to put a tackle in, he would. Yeah. If he knew he had to bust a gut to get in the box, he would.
Do it as well.
And Kane's an amazing footballer as well, clearly. But I just think he's a more natural-born goal scorer than he is to be able to sacrifice his game to do something else. Because Kane couldn't play in midfield. Yeah. Rooney could.
Yeah. Although he got a few assists, didn't he? Kane
Absolutely, yeah. And that's, again, it's not negative. I just think Rooney can do a lot more.
Yeah, I think overall footballer, I agree with you. I think Rooney's incredible. Young Rooney as well.
Yeah, when he was hungry, he was special.
Yeah, very, very special. Let's go back to club football, Man United. I mean, you smile because, look, everyone smiles about this. I'm smiling because it still shocks me. They're a team that as a Liverpool fan, it ruined my childhood because they were just so good. Yeah. I think they won, 13 of the first 18 Premier Leagues or something. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So to see them in this position now, as a fan, it's weird, but as a player for you, where, going to Old Trafford was the hardest thing ever, must be strange you watching this now.
We was brought up where if Man United were playing, they win. Yeah. And if they're drawing the game, they'll probably score late on and win.
Fergie time.
They was a phenomenal force, weren't they? Was always signing the best players in the world, had most of the best players in the world, and would pretty much get to nearly every sort of semi-final or Champions League final. So that's literally the biggest team in the world. So to see them where they are now, they're obviously miles away from that. Yeah. I know people laugh thinking that I'm enjoying it because of the Liverpool connection or whatever, but you don't.
No, you want the best teams to be the best.
Exactly. Yeah. And when we played, we loved that rivalry because it was on par. Yeah. They're not even on par anymore. So it's not. I know it's a big game in terms of history, but it's not a big game in terms of standard. Yeah. Which is strange to say. There would have been a time where there's no way Haaland would have ended up at another club. The first destination would have been United.
I said that about Grealish as well. I said Grealish 10 years ago was at United, and even Kane. No disrespect to Spurs and what they're building there. Kane's at United 10 years ago. Without a question, he's there already. Now, they're struggling to get people through the door. I mean, now you've got players that like De Jong, don't ever want to go there, maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. It's their ramming and ahhing.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately for United now, they've got to sign the players that probably Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Real Madrid and Barcelona don't want.
Yeah, all take a look at it and say, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
No, it is. I just find the situation's crazy. If you're Ten Hag, and put your coach's hat on for me here, Glenn, what do you do? Do you get rid of Ronaldo? Do you almost just start from scratch and not right off the season? Because Man United will always sort of be there or thereabouts. But do you say, okay, this season just is a complete rebuild, and then we go again next season when I get all the players I want?
Well, I think the first thing he needs to do, because look, let's face it, they've got good individuals, but individuals aren't good enough. You know, you need more than that. You need a team, you need a dressing room. But they've got the players that are individually good enough, but something's wrong.
How many of the players do you think are world class?
Well,
not really and truly. Like when you look at the old United squad, and we could, subs were world class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, subs. How many of these now?
There was a point where I would have said Rashford.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been there
That's
lately.
not there anymore. Yeah.
I thought Sancho had the chance, but hasn't done it.
It's a struggle, isn't it?
It is a struggle. Yeah.
Bruno sometimes.
Yeah, Bruno on his day.
Yeah.
But a world-class player doesn't do it on their day.
Yeah.
I just think the biggest thing for Ten Hag is just got to sit everyone down and work out who wants to be there. Because I think they're good enough to be a decent side.
Yeah.
But you've got to work out who wants to be there and who don't. And whoever don't, just get rid of them.
Think they make
Forget
top
their
six?
name. Not looking at the last few performances.
How crazy is that?
I know.
That we're even in a discussion.
At the start of the season, I said yes. I thought
said that
they'd
as
get
well,
top
yeah.
6. But this has got to be the worst start. When well, I don't even know. They must be bottom of the league, right?
Yeah, they are.
So it's like, when's that ever happened? I know we're only 2 games in.
No, we're only 2 games in.
But you're getting smashed.
Yeah, you're getting smashed. And let's be honest, they got Liverpool next. So it could be 3 games in. I expect Liverpool to go to Old Trafford and win, get a point. It could be 3 games in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, and then surely that'd be their worst ever start.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can't imagine that's ever happened before. But I just think that's it, because I think they've got some good players, not good, anywhere near good enough to compete, but much better than what they're doing at the moment.